Good. All right, what's
All
good,
right.
y'all? Welcome back to Mind the Design. Where we talk all things art. Today, I got my boy Unwanted Ankh here today, man. A little back and forth, man. We finally got it set up
Yeah,
though.
yeah,
We've been
yeah.
trying to get this in for a minute, so glad to
Bro,
have you
happy to
on,
do it.
man. One of the most
Happy to
talented
do it.
creatives I've seen so far.
Appreciate that, man.
First of all, how was your Christmas?
I
How's
mean,
the holiday?
yeah, yeah, it's great. This is like my first Christmas back home from college. Like, it feels weird, but it's nice to see everybody. Nice to do the things. So, there you go. Have time for you finally.
It's the busiest season of the year, so I understand.
Facts. Yeah, yeah.
It's good though. I'm glad you enjoyed it, man.
Oh yeah. How was yours?
Oh, it was pretty good. I don't get to come home often, so I got to be here and spend some time with family. It was definitely needed. Good recharge. So, how do you recharge? Like,
How
is
do I?
family time good, or is there any other thing outside of design that you do to kind of get back into it?
I mean, family time's great, especially, not living with them anymore. But,
Yeah.
the main thing, my bread and butter, like in life as a person is, of course, my art. As of recently, it's kind of felt a little bit more of a chore with like I've been taking some art classes this semester. I'm not an art major, I'm an architecture major, but so like trying to push that to the next level. So it's been a little bit less recharge per se, but I can just sit there, draw a rapper I like, maybe they see it, maybe they use it as their cover art. That's what keeps me happy for
So,
sure.
is architect hard? I mean, I know it's hard, obviously, but like trying to
Yeah,
do what you
yeah.
do and then mixing that with being in school for architecture must be a ton.
Oh yeah. I can definitely say that, being an architecture major, this is, my first semester, so I'm like, I can't really give you a good sense of how hard it is or not.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
I'm I'm enjoying it so far. I start studio classes next semester, so 4 hours a day, 3 days a week, starting at 8 in the morning. So, that might change, but definitely cut into my art time, which is unfortunate, but I'm making a priority to get that changed.
Yeah, I remember those days for sure. It's not
Oh
easy
yeah,
trying to juggle both.
facts.
But priorities, though, it's good that you know how to do that.
Yes, sir.
How did you get into drawing, though? I've been wanting to ask you that for so long. Like,
Oh man, I don't really have a good answer to it because I
really?
feel like I've been drawing since like probably longer than I can talk, and I'm very grateful for my family because like I feel like most families the kid comes with a shitty little drawing and it's like, oh, that's nice, put it on the fridge, that's
Yeah,
it. Like my entire life my family's been like super supportive of me. I've like always been really confident in my art, like kind of disproportionately to how good it's been. And like now I'm at a stage where it's like actually genuinely good products I'm producing. So props to my family for getting me to this point.
that's good, man. So,
Yes,
would you
sir.
say like you've been working on this same style like your whole life, or is that kind of something that developed
Um,
later?
I feel like the particular style that you see a lot of me recently, I started like in COVID. COVID's hits. That's my first year of high school.
Hmm.
Plenty of time just sit there. My mom said, "Hey, we should get him an iPad. Take the art to the next level." I started doing that. Messed around doing some random shit. Wasn't super good figuring out the ropes of how to use I use Procreate.
Hmm.
And since then. That's about when I'm pretty sure you know who Offgut is, one of the most legendary cover art community guys of all time.
Yeah,
Saw his shit, like, whoa, maybe I could go with something generally in that lane, but I didn't want to like just steal his whole style, so took that, build off of it, and now I am where I am now.
yeah. A lot of
But
artists do that. There's no shame in that.
yeah, for sure.
That's how you build your own style, man. I mean, some
Yeah,
people just
yeah.
do it 100% them, but a lot of us like look at somebody and kind of model what we do after them, but also put our own spin on it. So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
It's great, great starting spot.
yeah. And you paying homage as well. A lot of
Yeah,
designers
yeah.
don't do that. Like they'll just take a style and try to make it their own and don't really say anything about who they got it from. So that's really important
Oh,
too.
I know guys like that, not to name names, but
Yeah, I
you know,
know a
that's
lot too.
that's not me, so.
Are there any tools that you use outside of Procreate, or is that kind of like your main thing?
That's definitely my main thing, but I feel like I'm trying to go multimedia from there. I've been doing a lot of acrylic painting recently.
Mm.
I just did a video. I got it right here. Hold up. Yeah, so I did this painting of as you may recognize, it's the Dan Henschel at the beach where the hose at cocky want boing boing tweet that he did that went pretty viral.
Yeah,
And so I posted like a video of like those like art reveals they do where like they're like day one of reviewing my art until I can afford food and they flip it around. It's like an exact copy of a Biscay painting.
yeah.
So I did like day two of posting my art as a white suburban teenage Biscay clone from the suburbs, and I'm like, and then it's this, and I did like 40K on TikTok. So
Oh, you got
and
some
that was
traction off that.
yes sir,
Okay.
yes sir. That was like my first like real numbers that I did like without a cosign from a big artist. So
That's tough.
um, doing more stuff like that. Just finished a Luigi Mangione painting the other day because I feel
Shout
like
out
most
to
of
the
my
GOAT.
paintings are like, yeah, about what's being talked about right now. So there you go. Shout out
That can keep
Luigi.
you in the trends and the algorithms too. That's another
Oh
thing
yeah, for
people don't
sure.
really know. Stay up to
For
date with
sure.
current trends, and
Yeah,
if you can
yeah.
flip it into something that you can use, do that because the
Yes, sir.
algorithm will push it. Like they're pushing Luigi. Well, I won't say they're pushing Luigi. Maybe on
Oh, they're definitely
TikTok.
pushing Luigi.
I haven't seen a lot on Instagram, but TikTok is crazy. Like
Oh,
TikTok
I'm
is
seeing them all
different.
over Instagram.
All right, so outside of that, like what's your biggest piece you think? Like what kind of went viral if you have a viral piece or got the most engagements?
Okay, so the piece that I did that got the most engagements, I got two I could tell you about. Both are from probably 2021. So like looking back at them, like realistically, like they're not that good of pieces because I'm a 15-year-old making them. But so the first of which was is a piece that I did for Lyrical Lemonade. It was the Nardo Wick Who Wants Smoke video. Cole Bennett just posted on his story, "Hey, whoever makes the best Who Wants Smoke piece, I'm gonna post it like for promo for the song." So
I
I'm like,
remember
"Hey."
that. I
Dude,
remember that.
that's crazy. I gotta shoot it out. But homecoming's tonight and I leave in 40 minutes. So I pumped
Mm,
something out in 40 minutes and it was definitely not up to par. But that's what he used. And that probably gained me like probably 1,000 followers off of that one in like a day, which is
that's
unheard
tough.
of. Another one is just a random drawing I did for Lil TJ that he reposted and crazy numbers off of that one. Haven't really hit like that like since then, but have had some other smaller victories since then. So
Yeah. Those are
yeah.
two people though, I feel like really connect with, because a lot of artists they don't really care about us, but like I know
Oh yeah, for sure.
Lil
Yeah,
TJ for
yeah, yeah.
sure, he'll tap in a lot with our community. Like he'll post
Oh yeah.
challenges for a single coming out, or he'll ask, like he'll reach out
Yeah, yeah.
and he'll allow a lot of us to submit stuff for it, and he'll use a lot of his our artwork for his singles and albums and stuff. And then Cole
Yeah.
is tapped in with the community as well. So
Yeah, he showed love to most recently was a piece I did, I think last summer the I spent 70 hours on it drawing every single outfit that Babytron was wearing in the 100
oh, I
bars
remember that for
video.
sure. Yeah,
And that it didn't do as good as I was hoping it would be for 70 hours of work, but he still showed love, so still cool. Shout out Cole.
that's dedication, bro. I can't
Oh yeah.
imagine. I mean, I saw you pumping those out. I was like, bro,
Yeah,
every
yeah, yeah.
day,
Dude,
every
like
day.
that piece was the first time I ever experienced burnout with my art. And I might never draw
Mm.
Babytron again, but that's how it goes.
You got some traction off that too, though.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Is that probably like that's probably the longest piece you worked on? I mean, I know it
Oh,
was like 100 pieces together,
yeah,
but
by a lot. Like
yeah.
I'd say I probably average like nowadays like 7 hours a piece. I've started like prioritizing recently like quality over quantity.
Yeah, that's big.
Like probably like 2 years ago I could like get a good piece out in like 2 hours, post like every day for like 6 months. And I'm like, man, I could do this better. So can't post every day with that method anymore, but I feel like my work's taken a serious step up since then.
Yeah, that's the benefit. I mean, you
Oh
have no
yeah.
choice but to get better when you going at it that hard.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. But that was some great work, though. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
I appreciate
I
that.
liked all of those.
Oh yeah. I liked them too, but that was a process.
How did you bounce back from the burnout? Like, I know you said that was your only time, but you
Um,
just took a break.
yeah, I was like 70 deep and like, dude, I can't do this no more. I'm gonna draw something else. Came back to it. So It took a minute. Like I probably worked on and off for 3 months on that piece. So still got other work done in the middle.
Yeah. Have you ever had to do a cover or a concept like you weren't really sure about? Like I'm pretty sure when you go into designs or drawings, like you have an idea of what you want to put on a paper, but have you
Yeah,
ever had
yeah.
anybody ask you like just draw something and you just kind of went off the dome? Like how do you go about doing that?
Are we talking about like a client like letting me do whatever? Is
Yeah, it
that
could be a client or it could just be you like just trying to find anything to draw. Like
Hmm.
how do you get that image in your head to put it on pen and paper and then put it on a computer?
I mean, feel like it comes naturally to me at this point. Like I'm thinking something, I'm like, hey, I'm gonna start sketching it out, see just what feels natural. And
Yeah,
usually I feel like I've trained my mind to the point where like just whatever feels good looks good as well. So
got to be pretty sharp.
oh yeah.
Outside of cover art, is there anything like you really want to work on or like get more familiar with? So I know you do
Um,
like apparel here and there. I see you
oh
do like
yeah.
realistic pieces like furniture. Um,
Oh yeah,
what
I
else
did
did I
do that chair
see?
one time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you did a chair. You did like an iPhone case or something. Was
Yes,
that you
sir.
kind of exploring?
Yeah, all of those pieces that are like traditional pieces were for my AP drawing portfolio that I did for my high school class at the time,
Oh, okay,
which
nice.
got a 5 out of 5 on that. So big fan of that. Like this piece that I was talking about, this one right here, that's kind of like a continuation of that.
Hmm.
Because the prompts that I came up with myself was like doing commentary pieces on like what's big on social media and like how that reflects the human experience. So, the big piece from that was on some bricks of Lil Yachty and Dale from Detroit Urban Survival Training. Which just like lunacy, crazy meetup. Talking about how dangerous it would be for you to follow Detroit Urban Survival Training's advice of here's how to disarm your attacker pointed to your forehead in the back of your car or something like doing stuff like that. And I was fortunate enough to get that piece into the Denver Art Museum, which I'm from Denver, and our art museum is it's no joke. So that was a very big moment for me. And like you talking about like what I want to push myself to do like outside of cover art, definitely museums. I want my stuff there. I want to take my stuff to like in a more traditional sense. You can't really do that with cover art, so
Yeah,
I need my fingers in all the pots.
that's valid.
But I'm definitely gonna push that, like, especially like now that I have access to like college level art classes and like we have our own art museum on campus. Might like try to get a job there at some point, like figure out the inner workings of like how to talk to the people that like curate a gallery. How do I cater my work to that to, get myself in front of more people? That's important. Um, Also like another important venture for me is definitely like my clothing, like you're talking about. I got a unreleased hat on right now. It's
I
a
see it. I
Ankh
see it.
Yankee
Yeah,
hat, Yankee hat.
that's tough.
Yeah, I haven't really been posting for the last like 2 weeks because I've been grinding out this new collection.
Hmm.
Finally got all the samples in. Although I'll get something to show you real quick.
Not an exclusive.
Look. It's all sports themed, but like more humorous pieces. So for instance, we got the Team USA basketball jersey. It's Ronald Reagan. I got a Bill Clinton one too.
That's
Uh,
tough.
Stuff like that. And
That's on release?
that's not released. That's coming out hopefully next month.
Nice.
Um, and like in the past, like I've been making clothing like for me to wear, and like that's kind of it. Like I'm not like doing serious promo or anything. Like if someone buys it, someone buys it. This drop, I'm taking things more seriously. Finally on TikTok, I got some crazy content ideas for the clothes. So stay
That's
tuned.
tough. That's tough,
Yes,
man. That's
sir.
super tough.
Oh
What
yeah.
collection
Thank
are you
you.
on now?
Um,
This
I,
this
I
4, 5?
no, it's probably like seven at this point. I've been doing clothes
Okay.
since like 21. Like twice a year I do a collection. So I'm doing I originally when I started I was doing like season one, season two, season three, like just so I could drop whenever. But like
Hmm.
I'm setting a regimen for myself. I'm doing a fall winter collection. I'm doing a spring summer collection. So fall winter 25 coming very soon.
Tough, man. We're gonna be looking out.
Oh yeah,
Trust me.
thank you.
Be ready for the
Thank
drop.
you. Yes, sir.
Is that what made you want to start doing clothes? You just wanted to see kind of like your own branding and wear it. You just wanted like pieces for yourself and then branch
Um,
out.
yeah, part of it was definitely like wanting to make clothes for myself, like other
Hmm.
than like just drawing on shirts. Like I got this shirt that I drew on too on right now, 101. But the main thing was that growing up my cousin was making clothes. So shout out him. So he was also like the main reason I got like seriously into art when I was younger, is because he was like on the same track with like once again like a very supportive art family.
Yeah.
He's like 6 years older than me. So he was always a little bit better, but I feel like I've caught up at this point. But since then he's shifted towards more doing clothes and like, hey, I love repping Goonies brand. Shout out Goonies brand. I'm gonna do my own thing. Like recently, I got to like tap in with him and like make a collab with him. We did some shirts with the Ankh Goonies like logo combined on the front and like random spots. And you like flip the shirt up and it's like a sarcophagus mask. It's like you cover your face with like the under of the shirt. So,
That's tough.
pushing the boundaries of like what can just be done with just a t-shirt. So he's the main
What's
reason I do clothes.
that's tough. That's tough. So you had a real creative backing. Like you had people around you all growing up,
Oh
inspiring
yeah.
you to like branch out and reach for higher and then
Yes, sir.
pushing you. Also, everybody loved your stuff. Like they were very supportive. Not everybody's families are willing to back them like that or even
Yeah.
care enough to pay attention. So that's really cool. It's a solid
Couldn't be more
foundation.
grateful. Yeah.
Yeah, that's super important because a lot of us don't have it. So I do, but I mean, other people
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah.
So that's really
Yeah.
cool, man.
I feel like anybody could like be into art like if they got that, but like I feel like most people
Yeah,
don't. Like every 5-year-old's into coloring, but like they lose it at some point.
yeah,
Like they gotta stay thinking they're really good at coloring. So
yeah.
yeah.
But what's a good piece of advice you got? Doesn't have to be design related, just in life. Like, what's your favorite piece of advice that you received?
Um, Not necessarily one that I've received. Just one that I've observed is from it's a quote from the late great Virgil Abloh, who's a guy that I really look up to as someone that like took the route of having an architecture degree, going on to have one of the most successful clothing and art brands of all time.
Yeah,
Um, Dreams come true when you don't sleep. So if you want something, go make it happen. That's what I'm doing. That's what you should be doing. Everybody,
it's a
there you
fact.
go.
So make it happen. R.I.P.
Yes,
Virgil,
sir.
man.
Yeah, the goat.
Unfortunately, I was not really, I wasn't aware of Virgil until his passing. I was like, I knew his works, but I didn't know like that was him that did it. So it took his passing for me to like really tap in and start reading his books and learning about his life and his inspirations and
Yeah.
all that. But man, what an icon like in the creative industry.
Yeah, maybe the greatest design thinker of all time. Like I can think of like one rant he did about he's got like a scrunched up tin can in his hand. He's talking about like if I take this tin can and I put it in just like my garage, it's gonna look like a piece of trash. But if I take that same tin can and I put it in like just sitting on the ground, massive white room, nothing else in the room but the tin can, like it's gonna speak volumes. And I feel like talking about like the background of stuff, like you could do that with an art exhibit, you can do that with just a drawing you do. Like that's an important piece of design logic from Virgil right there.
That brings me back to you wanting to see your work in museums. That's really unique. I don't hear that often.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm a big fan of like art history. A lot of my like biggest inspirations are things that I've seen like in a museum. Like I hate to be like the cliche white teenage guy that looks at a Biscay painting is like, "Oh, this is really deep. I gotta do that same exact thing but like without any of the substance that like he had like as a black man in the 80s that like looking at me, I don't got that. So I can't like knock off Biscay like some people do. But one of like my most transformative experiences was seeing the Biscay Andy Warhol exhibit at the Fondation de Louis Vuitton in Paris.
Hmm.
like whole buildings that um like I learned so many things about like how you can take like two different composition strategies and like do them at the same time and all sorts of other fun stuff that like I wouldn't have learned unless I saw it like in person in the museum. And that's been something that's like important to me my whole life. And I would love to contribute to someone else like that.
You keep going on the path that you're going on right now, you will see yourself in a museum very soon.
Oh yeah.
And hopefully you'll be appreciated the way that you appreciate art pieces.
Yeah, yeah. With that, like you can't really do it the cover art route. So, I still want all my fingers in the cover art bucket, but I gotta branch out more if I want that to happen, and we're gonna make it happen.
But you say you're from Denver though? I have family in
Yeah.
Denver, so that's really cool.
Fire.
I haven't been to that museum. Where is it? Is it like actually in Denver? Is it
Yeah,
downtown or
it's downtown. Like you gotta look up like pictures of that thing because it's like I'm blanking on the name of the architect that did it, but like it's like a crazy architectural piece. It's like a triangle that's like at that angle sticking off of the ground with like crazy spikes
like
sticking out of it and
dope?
like you go inside and it's like it's that same shape throughout all the galleries and like windows are in weird places. Like it's the real deal,
That's
man.
hard. Next
Oh
time I
yeah.
visit, I gotta go. Sounds
Oh
really
yeah.
good.
Highly recommend.
I highly recommend any designer or artist to go into a museum. I don't care how lame you think it is, bro. You will walk
Yeah,
out and
yeah.
feel different, even in the slightest. Because anything
Facts.
you can pull anything from a piece. Like it doesn't have to be like factually correct, or it doesn't have to be. It doesn't
Hmm.
have to be anything. Like that's the great thing about being at a
Yeah.
museum and looking at different pieces from
It's all
different
subjective.
artists. Yeah, from different periods. They get inspired in different ways. So I mean, nobody can see it from your point of view. You may be able to pull something like massive just from looking at what you think is a simple painting. Like
Yeah, yeah.
this is magical. Like,
For sure.
but I think that's all I had.
That was a real good conversation right there. That's all
Nah, that
the
was
things that
great.
are important. Oh
That
yeah.
was great. Yeah. I learned a lot about your background too. I would not expect you to be into a lot of the things you're into. So
Oh yeah. It's good to put myself out there like that.
yeah. I wish you all the best in the future though. You're
Hey, thank you very
improving
much.
every day. I can see the improvement. So I'm looking forward to see what you do next. We all are.
Thank you very much. Ooh, one little tangent that like maybe you could like interject with the editing in that last bit is me putting myself out there with like all these things that like you'd say you didn't really expect like me to be interested in whatnot. That's a big change that I've made recently. Like for 4 years on Instagram, like I've been just on. I got the profile picture. That's it. Never see my face. I had a mask I made. It was a Squid Game mask that I put my logo on. Um, I'm like, oh, I'm mysterious anonymous guy. I'm like, man, I'm at this stage in my life where like nobody gives a about that. Like they give a about the man behind it. So here I
Yeah.
am now. I'm doing breakdowns on Instagram and TikTok of all my work. Got a nice little green screen in my college dorm. Make those happen. Give the people insight of to like who I am as a person because like they're not gonna be able to connect with my art unless they can connect with me. And that's a very important change for me recently.
We appreciate you being more outgoing, man. The
Oh yeah.
mysterious bit works, but it doesn't work for everybody.
Yeah, unfortunately I'm not Playboy Cardi, but that's how it goes.
Hey man, that helps with
Hey,
content too. It makes your content a lot more what's the
yeah,
word?
for sure.
Pure, I
Hmm.
guess. It makes it more personable. Instead of talking or looking at somebody from a mask, you're looking at them and you don't really know who they are versus looking at somebody, you hear their actual voice, you may
Yeah,
see
yeah.
their face, they're talking to you, breaking it down. So that's another way to connect with your audience. It's really good, especially for the algorithm. The algorithm hates the
Oh, for sure, for
mysterious
sure.
act.
Yeah, yeah. I learned that lesson, doing much better now. That was definitely the move. And like my whole life, like I've had people like, yo, your voice is crazy. You should like read audiobooks or something. Like, dude, you're the TSA agent. Like, I don't need you telling me that, but finally doing some with my voice too.
Getting the voice acting.
Yeah, yeah.
That'd be hard though.
Yeah.
Hey, you
Maybe
could
that's on
draw a
the table.
cartoon or something. and then
I
voice your
try.
main character.
Yeah, yeah. I tried animating like 2 or 3 years ago,
Really?
and like I wasn't like willing to put more than like 10 hours into each video. And like animation is gonna take like hundreds and hundreds of hours. So like it
Yeah,
never turned out well.
it's
Like
super
you can look at my
tedious.
YouTube, yeah, yeah, look at my YouTube to see them, but I'm not gonna promo those much because they're not good at all. This is a 15-year-old spending 5 hours on Flip a Clip, Frame by Flame. I wasn't like coloring anything either.
Yeah.
Um, I got some good connections from that. I did a music video for Rot Ken before I got locked up for like killing someone or someone. So like I don't know if I can really like associate myself with him anymore, but that was that was cool then.
Hey, it still works. It still
Yeah,
happens.
yeah.
I would take it.
There you go. That's big.
What he does in his personal time has nothing to do with you.
Game is game.
Game is game. With that being said, man, I appreciate you coming on. I appreciate you dropping gems. Like you
Yes,
said,
sir.
open yourself up more to a different audience, letting us see the man behind the mask, behind the ankh, the GOAT.
There you go. Thank you very much for having me, man. Been a blast.
No problem.
Sweet.
Hopefully we'll have you on here again soon.
Oh, I love that. Hopefully it doesn't take as long to make it happen next time then.
Yeah, nah. It'll be
Yeah,
way easier next time.
yeah. Don't do it during Christmas, I guess.
Yeah, not during the holiday.
Yeah,
But I
yeah.
appreciate you coming through during the holiday. A lot of people wouldn't.
This is very important. This is like my first like real interview. Like this is big for me.
Trying to get y'all
Sweet.
out there, man.
Oh yeah, appreciate it. Doing
But
big things for the community.
I'm trying to.
Yes, sir.
But I'll let you enjoy the rest of your holiday, and I'll
Awesome.
catch all of y'all in the next video.